No, I wanna mention this really quick just before I forget and before we start the show.
The show over.
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Roll the credits, nigga.
You
Oh,
stupid.
my bad.
No. Last night I sent y'all niggas a link to Knife Wonder's live, and the only reason I did it,
Saturdays.
yes, 100%, because the nigga was playing the Paul Hardcastle record.
Oh,
Ba-da-doo. That's mad shit. That shit just sound like bell bottoms and shiny shit.
Yeah, it's after bell bottoms. It's after bell bottoms. It's like
that's
like
after that.
early 80s, like balls in the back of your socks at the cookout.
Real shit.
So androgynous dressing and shit.
That was only for rock stars.
No.
I didn't think regular people was dressing androgynous in the 80s. I think that was just like niggas like.
I was just Prince now.
Yeah,
California niggas in California was real extra fruity.
I mean, all the emo kids, all the Cure, Flock of Seagull.
I was on Fort Meade at the time.
Yeah, androgynous dressing.
Huh. Well, on that note. Welcome to the Where's Buffy podcast, where we're built for comfort and not for speed. Hashtag shooting the five. Yeah, it's the Where's Buffy podcast where we're built for comfort
and not for speed, you old speeding down 29, eating a chicken box because you got to put this liquor on your stomach on your way to Silver Shadows. But they used to smoke in there, bitch.
Y'all remember one night, Buffy the Body was in Silver Shadows.
Bumpy the Body?
Buffy.
For the second you said Bumpy.
Body.
Yeah.
Not here. Bumpy the Body got something. She need penicillin.
Bumpy the Body, definitely.
Bumpy the Body need penicillin. That is something wrong with Bumpy the Body. That's just gross. I've also seen Buffy the Body at Tabasco Flea Market. That's a weird thing. I am your fan.
My darling, yo, she had the biggest Timberland boots I ever seen in my life, yo.
She had something big on her. I am IlFam79, or your social media choice, aka Don Anderson Podcast, and aka Captain Broadband, Bruno Phillips, Dicky the Dragon, Steamboat, Pod Champ, Pod God's favorite podcaster, Potty Pipe, I'm here to podcast, Chew Bubblegum, and I'm all out of Dentine Nice, and my tag team partner.
It's your boy Fat Boy Diz, aka Dizzy from B More, aka Diz de Journal, the most finger waviest. It's not the journal, it's the penis. Johnny Cochran. If the glove don't fit, I will not hit. I'm not a normal nigga. I smoke cigars, I use rubbers, and sometimes I go out and cut my grass when the grass man ain't available. And caddy corner to myself.
1854 math. At Math Damon, shout out to the Doolies.
Oh, shout out to the Doolies.
And the Warriors.
Hat size equator.
It's a snapback, bitch. It's not funny. It's not funny.
Sorry.
Brother Math, what nigga you got with you this week?
Man, I got somebody from the line. You know what I mean? You don't know where the line is. That's where Howard County touch all the rest of the shit.
Everything.
Laurel's finest. Ashley Alexander. Say what's up to the people.
Good day, everybody. You probably know me as Ashley Alexander. Others know me as Fat Buddha's Guardian. Most know me as Double A. And if you really know me, you know my ass is named Aunt Viv. Classy like the first one, light like the second.
You gave me all that before I got to the. You should have told me this shit earlier.
Viv.
Viv, I like it.
My best friend still to this day is very mad she didn't get to that quicker. Very angry.
Okay.
That's what it is. Y'all niggas is weird. All those I hate
no, it's like battle rap and shit, Mr. Gas and shit. You know
no, the first one was cool. Second, third, it got weird.
It's gas. That was gas. You like acting like that.
At this point, it's just creepy. We're gonna start this week like we start every single week with the good, the bad, the ugly. Ladies and gentlemen, what's good?
So this week, me and my lady celebrated we make up. So she makes up holidays and shit. So this is
you a bitch.
Ah!
Talk to him, Rock. No, so no, yo. So we
nigga Rex.
we celebrate our second happenstance, which is we met each other twice at the Laurel Brew and Bourbon. So the first time I got a number, and there was no dice. Second time I got a number, and now we've been together for 2 years. So this is our happenstance. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Just
that.
another excuse to buy gifts. But that was good. We had a good time.
Fam, I just saw some pictures from one of the old beer and bourbons, man.
I haven't heard about beer and bourbons in a long time.
Yo,
I don't know what. Well, it's COVID though. Yeah.
No. The last year they didn't have it in Laurel before COVID.
Before COVID,
liquor don't knock it out.
Huh?
No.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it don't.
But no, that beer and bourbons used to be lit down Laurel. Good time.
I don't think I've ever gone because I'm never home to do so. Like I'm never.
Yeah. It's always around this time.
Yeah. I'm normally home in like 2 more weeks, so I miss out all year long at home. So.
Nigga, I usually am the guy with the I got good news this week. Oh, you know what? I do got some good news. We finally got our deck heater that we ordered off of Amazon this week.
Could you repeat that again?
Deck heater.
Oh, because it sounds like you said dick eater.
I heard
you've been on the show the whole time.
I heard dick heater.
You heard dick eater. I heard dick eater, and I was like, and he said we finally got it. And I was like, wow.
I was gonna ask him where he got
it. Yo,
I might need one of those.
Oh my.
Funny story. Referring to said deck heater is I posted a picture with it yesterday, and mind you, I had this conversation about a month ago when we actually ordered it. I say because Brother Math has been decking out his deck.
Yeah. I had the same conversation yesterday.
I said, cuz you gotta get one. I said, cuz you gotta get one. You say I have no room. I
don't.
It don't take up no room, yo. It take up like that much room on your deck. You put it in a corner. You know what I'm saying? Or like the corner of the table you sitting at, and it's the thing at the club, yo. You have room.
I ain't got no room.
It looks like a street lamp. It's like one of those things.
Yeah.
It look, the joints like when you're walking in the club and it's cold outside. And
you go outside and smoke. Yeah.
And huddle next to that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has tons of them, and we have tons of them outside. We normally call them restaurant heaters.
That's what it is.
That's
restaurant heater. I mean, and of course now, what she's really up the ante. She has a full 360 kind of screened-in gazebo out back now. So now she has like lights up, a TV outside. She replaced the fan in the summer to a heating fan, like the blades still in her heating things. And then she's got like heaters in the room. So last night I was out there watching TV, warm.
It's like a gazebo.
It's like its own separate gazebo, like a built gazebo in the middle of the field kind of thing. And it's all screened in 360. And she like closed all the sides, so only one way in, one way out. And then brought a TV out because it's a Roku TV. We got Wi-Fi. And then all of that. So it also had its own, it has its own button. So like the lights around the trim have their own, the heating light.
So is this an invitation?
Whenever you don't like to. It's cold. It's that face.
Shit, all right, I'm out. I see. I'm on my way.
Face.
All this talking.
Hilarious.
Outstanding, man. The ugly this week.
I had a good, yo.
Go ahead. My bad.
I went because I fucked my leg up.
Oh.
I went and got the leg lady to rub my my legs and shit. I can walk fine now. I'm good money.
Good shit.
Good money.
Shout out
Fuck's
to
a leg,
Mav.
lady.
I've,
Shout out
Shout
to
out
I've,
to
lady.
Mav
I've
getting
been on a
rubbed down.
detox cleanse for the first time. That's what I've been doing the past 2.5 weeks. And yesterday I went and met with a holistic specialist that I found in Baltimore City, and she had this vitamin supplement I've been looking for, and I got it yesterday, so I started that this morning. To add
Grass.
No, that's later, but no, it's like a liquid dietary supplement like burdock root, ashwagandha, all different kinds of stuff in liquid form.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Herbs Day.
Herbs Day.
we don't need broccoli to do Herbs Day.
Nah.
Oh, is it time? Is it Herbs Day? Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm so good. Did I say it? It feels like Pee-wee's Playhouse. Did I say the magic word?
Yes.
Oh, that's
It's one of our segments.
Yes. Mav look like cherry. So because niggas be sitting on them. No.
Ooh.
So the normally we have a Herbs Day segment where brother Broccoli, I mean shout out to Brock, puts niggas on to herbs to kind of get themselves together. So what kind of herbs do you take to get yourself together in this point?
I have been on Love Wellness products. They're vitamins for the women out there. But I have been in and out using these supplements that are, and I want to not make sure I screw this up. I want to make sure I have it right. It's one that's called Hoxley-like formula. And what's in it, I just want to make sure because it's a lot of stuff, but it's actually kind of worth it. It's burdock root. Hold on. It's okay. So it's burdock root, red clover, poke root, cascara sagrada, prickly ash, licorice, anise star, wild indigo.
All Grove and Evie.
Oh. And what is this? What is it? What are the
use of it?
Yes.
It's basically to kind of help with your biochemistry, and it's kind of to regain fiber and help with digestion.
Oh shit.
And replenish a lot of vitamins that you don't get in a quicker shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Herbs Day.
Yes.
Absolutely.
At broccoli _ Balboa.
Yes.
Yo, so this week the bad this week is your president still hasn't conceded. He's still hanging out. He's defiant as ever. And yeah,
you're just gonna skip over the rally.
We're gonna get to that in a second. We're gonna get to that in a second.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about yesterday. Okay.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that one second. Because this is the bad. It got worse. So yeah, he's still hanging out. And COVID numbers are going all the way back up. It's lit for COVID in the States. Prepare for lockdown. You know what I mean? Get your video games up. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, prepare for lockdown. And the ugly this week, there was a rally in DC, the Million MAGA March.
Bad. No one had masks on. Trump came with the entire Secret Service what is it? Caravan? Motorcade. To show support to them. They vandalized Black Lives Matter Plaza the entire day. They ripped off all the signs and stuff that people had put up in the essence of the victims, and a whole lot of fights, an obscene amount of fights. But most importantly, not a soul was wearing a mask, and Trump came to commend.
Where was the rubber bullets?
He drove past them niggas, right? He drove past them niggas on the way to the golf course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that nigga, like you seen that nigga on 175, like yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you see brother Mav jogging, like. But now,
where was the tear gas? Where was the rubber bullets? Where was the police with the military style tanks, man?
They had stockpiled them just in case Trump wins the recount.
Yeah,
I bet.
Yeah, that's really what it is, man. If y'all niggas is downtown celebrating with them niggas, man, unfollow me, nigga, and kill yourself, please. Maybe twice.
There's a little MAGA man at my job and shit. They be talking that shit because the episode the day before the election, nigga was talking about going to New York and celebrating, and I can't wait to see this motherfucker. I just can't wait to see him. How was your victory party, Bracker?
Did you hear about Trump? Talking about Cuomo and not giving New York the vaccine.
Yeah.
I hate these racist bitches.
Unfortunately, they say they might not want it from us. So if I'm not going to force it on them. Fortunately, in New York, they may not get it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm gonna save all my takes.
For what?
Because they sitting over top of my house.
Oh.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That nigga write it in secret messages and ball them up, put it in the trash.
Facts. It's all invisible ink.
All invisible. Where's the lemon juice?
Mm.
Huh.
All
right, man.
That's how you get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You take the lemon juice and write it in the paper. And you gotta bake it. That's gonna take us into my favorite segment, the release.
Oh, is that how y'all sound? Oh, guys.
You know how niggas sound.
Look, I'm here for any of this shit as long as you're not. Do you like that? I don't that.
Yo,
you don't like? Do you like that?
Yo, what in the white van is? Do you like that?
I've said that.
What do you mean? That's the go-to.
Say it all the time. It usually happens when they're masturbating at you, but you haven't come over yet, or it's the phone sex thing, and then it's just like it's a confirmation. It's a word of affirmation thing. It's a part of male love language. I'd like to subscribe.
Well, I don't think I've never done it in masturbating. I've always done it, with the legs and egg. I think I say you like that, don't you? I think that's my thing.
Do you say that through your teeth when you say it?
You're in.
Sometimes like look at
You already in is crazy.
What are you asking for? You got here. Mystery solved.
Already got it. I don't care.
Already got it.
I need to know. I need to know that all this effort. I'm fat. I'm sweating. You know what I'm saying? My heart's beating fast as fuck. I need to know that this effort is being respected.
I'm telling you, if you all knew the conversations I've had literally these past couple of days about the topic of semen, and literally my guy friends trying to make me understand that it's a gift that you all have made for us, and it's something subconsciously you all don't want to say. Like it's a gift for you. Why won't you take it?
No, I would love to hear these conversations.
I don't understand. How much conversation you have about semen?
Because I have a running theory, and then periodically, I think with my guy friends, when they ask me for advice, it comes up at some point. I have this running theory that there's women that are in the anal and there's women that are in the swallowing, and they don't cross and they don't divide. You find one that does both, they really aren't a hoe. They really are a little more open-minded, and you can be accepting of them. But this world breaks down to the women that you poke their butt, they collapse like a chair, and then there's the other ones. And believe me when I say, I mean so deeply into one of them, they'll barter the one to not get you to ever do the other.
Yo, how to make a woman collapse like a chair is the name of the episode.
This is what I was laughing at.
and I say that, but I'll give you a perfect example. I've been in a room with some friends, have a conversation, and this chick was like, "I am not here for swallowing. It is not my bag." And every homeboy was judging her, like, "Come on, yo, what are you talking about?" And then she just stopped. She's like, "You can put it in my butt." And then you see your face? You see how you looked up? That distractor, doesn't matter if you swallow, I'll do that. And it's the same thing on the other side. I am not here for stuff in my butt. Really? I'll swallow. Okay. Great divide.
So the release is finished.
The more you know. The more you know. We're going to name this segment "The More You Know" and shit. And then there's the cum rainbow is disgusting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Outstanding. So the release is a segment where we put y'all on to something dope that came out this week, brother Diz. What you got?
Yo, shout out to my nigga 2 Chainz. So Help Me God was released this week. If you are into trap music, this is for you. Appearances by Rick Ross, Uzi Vert. Shit, it's another. He got a lot of guest appearances on this motherfuckers. But shout out 2 Chainz. So help me God. Boom.
Yo, he did 85 South this week, which is a week after T.I. did 85 South. 2 very different shows. 2 Chainz is very subdued in interviews. In contrast to like his in contrast to his show, and his live show, he's a little more energetic, but
probably no reefer before the show.
There was reefer during the show.
Oh, was he smoking it?
Yes. That nigga was on Mars.
That's prop reefer.
Nah, not with these niggas. Brother man, what you got?
Yo, so shout out to my nigga Wayne from the shop. Wayne has released some shit for like washing, body wash and shit. Called Naked Essentials. They got like these jars of shit looks like sea moss, but it's body wash. Get you right, peel off all that shit that you've not been washing, because I know y'all niggas don't wash your legs, you filthy bitches. All that shit
was the whole thing, yo. Like I think one of the Kardashians said they didn't wash below their knees.
Taylor
Swift.
Taylor.
Oh, I don't know. I get all them niggas mixed up.
Nigga, she don't wash below her knees.
Because she shaves her legs. She doesn't need to wash. Something crazy.
So she shaved the dirt. She shaved the dirt off.
If niggas put that black light on her razor, boy, you see.
Yo, that's
Mars.
Disgusting.
Ooh, gingivitis.
You might
gingivitis.
You could probably hear that razor.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so what's the release? Is it products? Is it music? You guys just released
products. No, it's products. It's like
Wait a minute, no. Are you asking what to explain the release or his release?
No, the release.
It's everything.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Yeah, anything that came out this week that we thought was dope. For me, the console wars have started back again. You got an offering, the PS5, the disc version and the discless version, and then you got the
discless.
Then it's the
discless.
You're reaching, Scotty.
But I'm here.
No, I'm sorry. Were you on? You wasn't on for that.
Me?
Huh?
Yeah, you wasn't here that day.
I'm a part-time guest.
That's right. Yeah, correct. You wasn't here. You discless.
Right. So the Xbox. The new Xbox came out first. I believe that was Tuesday, and then Thursday the PS5 dropped. Do y'all know anybody that was able to cop?
You bitch.
Nope.
My homeboy got an Xbox out in Cali.
Nope.
You bitch. You got one.
No. I take that back. I know one person that got it, and I'm in my mind. Quite frankly, I feel like this person is a famous audio engineer person enough who's known for their gaming. They were going to
count. They don't count.
They don't count. There was no struggle, I feel. So no.
Oh,
no.
Peanut got one.
How do you?
A 5 or Xbox?
He got the 5.
What do you? I don't understand how people got them, how people didn't get them. Was it a raffle? What the fuck?
I saw a lot of people were on the Black Friday situation. Like a lot of people went through Walmart and some other stuff and were just shit.
There was a pre-order.
So you could show up to the place?
There were very limited extras. Like if there was a pre-order of like 25, they got 27.
Right.
You know
so, but somebody said that the PS5s are melting or some shit.
Yeah, I always thought the first round of the PS5s
was trash.
They're always trash. You wait for the second round. I thought was like,
yeah. That's with everything, right?
So right? I saw one case of something where a guy.
I fuck with you, man.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw one case where a guy dropped his PS out of the box, like was not out of the box. I'm sorry, he was moving it, and then he ended up with some melting problems. The issue I saw though that was more widespread with the PS5s, where there's a download glitch where like because there aren't a lot of games for either system yet, and so you're downloading old games, and there's some sort of glitch where it can brick your system.
What the fuck does that mean?
It turns it into a giant brick. It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything.
What do you mean?
Like almost like the blue screen on a computer.
Off the rip.
Yeah, just
what it is it overheats and it melts the internal shit and you
bitch. I just paid $600.
No. That it's not an overheating thing. It's a software thing. It's
really
crashing.
okay.
Yeah, it's crashing the hard drive. I'm assuming, but
I felt like I was missing out on this whole.
But it's not widespread yet. It's not widespread. There's a couple cases of it.
Oh, you sound like the Dawn.
Is that an inside joke?
No, that's a presidential joke.
The president, you sound like the Don.
Okay,
so really quick, so I can incorporate a release.
Absolutely, get busy.
Okay, so what is fucking with you all? No one's really gonna talk about Goody Mob. Where the fuck y'all been?
So we got an Andre verse this week and a Big Boy verse.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, Survival Kit came out this week.
Mm-hmm.
Goody Mob had an album.
Goody Mob came out with an album, and 3 Stacks has a verse. Big Boy has a verse. Big Rube got his interlude as usual. Yeah, y'all, come on now, I haven't podcast yet because no one's heard it yet.
Is CeeLo on it? That's the question.
Yeah, CeeLo's on it.
Okay.
No, Goody Mob came back in complete order. Cujo does what he got to do. CeeLo come in with the singing. It's all.
Was it good?
I don't mind it. I like more of it than Busta.
How many niggas? Really?
I am a diehard Leaders of the New School kid, devout Busta fan. But when I tell you, I was so mad.
You lying.
I can look. You want me to go get my? My cassette?
Yeah.
A lot of people think that the Busta is the.
I will leave and get it.
No, go.
Stay. No. A lot of people. A lot of people say that the Busta is like album of the year. So you like this
album of the year? Huh? Stop this talk.
What is it?
Bust. Benny.
I say Alfredo, but okay. But a lot of people think that the Busta.
Alfredo's great. But the mix on Alfredo ain't what Benny got. Let's not cut cards here. Let's look. You're talking to a music critic now. You want to get into this? We can get into this.
Yes,
so we can get into it. I like
before we go down this hallway. I would love to voice my disagreement with the Goody Mob record being better than the Busta.
Did you listen to the Goody Mob?
Yes, absolutely.
The whole album?
As a matter of fact, yes.
He had.
Okay.
So, because when we had, never mind, I ain't even. That's off the show business. But it was earlier discussed. But yeah, no, that was one of the first things I listened to before I listened to the Case Lay, which I also listened to. Oh man. That actually was supposed to be my good, is because I was approved last week for hybrid work. So half every other day I'm working from home. And then other days I'm in the belly of the beast. But yeah, so
and the reason, let me say it this way, the reason that I say that about the bus thing is really because so much of that album sounds so old and shelved and held that I don't like that. Like, I know what you're doing, but this isn't D'Angelo and Black Messiah. You don't have a 15-year agency to validate it this way. You don't. Jay Electronica don't either. But at least when he comes back with it, he'll bring his little big brother to do all the work. But at least it comes like something. So for being that many tracks, and I'm fine with that. I love Extension Level 1 a lot. But I think in the bigger picture, my cleverness with Bus is distracted by his consciousness. I'm not bothered by it. But if we're going to do the Muslim put Farrakhan on the album thing, you missed the wave because Jay did it deeply.
Yeah, but that song is good.
The song is good.
Both songs, that's the thing is, if you listen to the Bus, the songs are good. The only 2 songs I skip on there, only 2 skips for me on the Busta are the
singles.
The Mariah Carey record.
Can't stand it.
And the Vibes Cartel record.
I don't like that one. You're right. I don't like that one either. I love which one is the flip of the Poison beat, though. I like it.
That's hard.
That's going to be a video. It should be. I want video Busta Rhymes, and so I was upset with the video. Yeah.
That the video for the MOP joint, Czar. That was a little.
It was a lot. And for someone who normally has a very cohesive storyline, I'm very bothered at that.
Yeah, the video wasn't good. The song's hard.
Yeah,
the song is hard.
So my question is, what makes the Goody Mob good? What makes it better than the Buster?
Shouldn't be high, but nobody's expectations have ever been high for Goody Mob because everyone
mine has.
Mine was. So for what the content and what they're talking about, a good amount of stuff I really liked. I like the single. I don't mind the ones that have the features. The couple of the interludes, I don't mind either. There's probably 2 or 3 that I can skip. No, 2 that I can really skip over because I'm like Curry Goat and something else. I'm just like, I don't really like. It's monotonous, but I think I like the growth in how older they sound. Like CeeLo sounds different this time. Cujo sounds different this time. I don't know. I was excited for it. I was like, let's do it. You're not going to give them Outkast quality stuff. So, you know.
I think they gave CeeLo the reins on this album. So a lot of the weirdness that we get normally from a CeeLo project, not so much this stuff like his gnarl stuff, more like his solo stuff, the stuff that he wants to do himself, you get from this project. It started off, I didn't like the first 2 songs. I didn't like the first 2 songs at all. And I was like, oh, this is
why.
That I didn't like the sound. Like the raps are cool, but I did not like the sonics.
I didn't like the beginning of Buster at all. So long for no reason. And I don't like Chris Rock he's not the hype man for me.
Yeah, but
do you like Chris Rock?
But P Rock and Rakim.
Comedy was. Yeah. Well.
Brother Diz. You still with us?
I am. I did not. I can't comment on this on the Goody Mob because I didn't listen. And the Buster was cool. I don't think it's album of the year, as some said.
No, it's not Benny.
Cool. Benny got some stiff competition with the Alfredo, my guy.
And let me remind you. Let me make sure to make sure it's safe for you that Alfredo has literally been played in my car daily since it's come out. Like it's daily play. Look at Me is daily played.
Look at me.
Some point,
Look
right?
at me,
with the hair. Right? It's important. And I have to make sure to remind people on a music critic thing that I am obsessive about high luxury cocaine drug rap.
So am I.
I like
so
the beats are always so good.
So I have a question.
Symphonic.
Is Benny
like fur coats and warmth, you know?
Is
and cocaine
and opulence.
Is Benny the finally the guy to dethrone Pusha T as far as drug raps go?
And I'm gonna tell you why I think I might give it to Freddie Gibbs before him, and I'm gonna say why. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we have this conversation, what I don't like is I don't like when I don't feel like you flipping work no more. I don't like to feel like you don't anymore. Like Pusha T's living in Bethesda. I don't.
Wait. You can't get points off for that.
No. But the history of what you're talking about is one thing. I like how Freddie gives the process of like what he's done, how it's made it. I needed to do this, and it's brought me this, right?
How is made of coke.
Right. But Benny, what I like about Griselda, but specifically Benny and Conway, and my affinity for Buffalo is from the fact of that's a mob built city. That's the history of Buffalo in the first place. They have tunnels to this day under the bridge into Canada. They move work. And so I have faith that your money didn't get you here. It was your money. And this is the other thing that gets you money. And I like that. I believe Benny.
Double A.
So you don't believe Push? You know what I mean?
I'll get to that. I was gonna get to that, but I wanted to tell Double A the level of terror that I have from your side of the screen. I'm starting to get terrified. The way that you just broke that shit down, I'm a little scared. But Diz, the way that I look at it is Pusha T is the nigga. He talks about the keys. I did this, I did that, blah blah blah. Like he was the big we move keys guys. Benny was the guy that was like, all right, I touched the brick, you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. I went to jail. And Gibbs is a nigga that's still selling crack.
I like that.
Yes, great way to put it. Feeding his daughter, fucking bitch.
Yeah. Methamphetamine and crack.
Cook it up, make it thin.
We already got it.
Already got it, motherfucker.
Still angry, yo, because when I was listening to the amazing album, the nigga Freddie Gibbs gonna tell me would I rather cry in his Toyota, this Maybach, as I sat in my Toyota Camry.
I feel you, yo.
That nigga said, I wasn't gonna drop a verse. I took the white girl and whipped it to Miss Universe. Ugly white girl.
Ugly white girl.
Miss Universe. I said, God damn it, Freddie.
That was a hell of a line. That was a hell of a line.
But it all comes to this that iron sharpen irons.
Yeah.
All
He's
them
the only
niggas have been
person
around
that
each other.
a cell cover to be in the game a decade later and make something of it. Him, Currency, and Crit, their duration needs to be respected.
I feel like that cover is like probably the best cover though.
Probably the best cover.
Was that the first one?
Man, what, a second?
There was the first and second one, right?
First or second?
Yeah.
First or second?
All of them, but not all of them.
We need to do a special just going through all those covers.
There was a rapper on it where I had a prediction. I predicted a guy was going to pop, and I was very upset with my prediction. I thought OJ the Juice Man was going to be much bigger than he was. I thought he was really.
Ski Mask the Slump God?
I thought that was going to.
No, OJ the Jew Man.
OJ the Juice Man. I thought.
Jew Man.
No.
OJ
Jew Man got me.
Ski Mask the Slump God is the same thing.
I just want to let you know I do a lot of podcast interviews, but I fuck with y'all. You should know that. I am very comfortable here. There's a lot of women that would probably be like, "Why are you talking like that?" I'm like, bet you ain't meant for this. I like it.
You know what? Actually, I don't think we've ever had a nope. We had one. We had one snobby girl on but most of the women that come on are pretty. I'm not gonna say the name right now. I'll text you.
Put it in the private chat.
The chat right there.
Yeah, put it in the private chat.
So I can say it.
See, nope. Yeah, you should have just. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Yes, you is, bitch.
Yes, you is. That should be the name of the episode. So we have Sister Ashley Alexander with us. Thank you for coming, first of all, to the show.
Nigga, this is the second show.
This is the second. This is the second. It's funny you said it though.
Well, that makes sense.
This is the second time that she's been on.
Mm-hmm.
When we did the I think it was a Valentine's show at
what are you doing?
with Steve and them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were doing
Greenspan and Feed, good villain.
Yeah. Yep. We had an amazing 15-minute interview with Ashley, and we promised each other that we would do it again. And 5 years later, here we are.
I'm very thankful, and I thank you for thinking of me. I'm happy to be
no doubt.
We had a great conversation.
It's funny that so we saw you after that at Nottingham's, just chilling, looking very tall above the crowd. And shit.
That's right. Sitting in a chair, reading the news on my phone. I feel like my tour friends always joke with me. I go off the air of the girl in the Chappelle episode. It's like, nigga, you smell like French fries. I say that a lot. It's like
that's one of them. That's definitely one of them.
Like sometimes, and I feel bad about it because I don't mean it. I'm bored a little bit, and I don't drink enough. And everybody in here I've known for a long time, or I know who they've slept with. So none of you are appealing. Like, come on up and give me a number. I probably already got it. Don't.
She already got it.
She already got it.
All right, so you worn a great deal of hats. Hospitality coordinator.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah. So hospitality coordinator, VIP rep,
tour manager,
artist.
a
member of one of the Roadies of Color situation. Tell us how you got on to that situation. You were mentioning you hadn't been home this time of year quite some time. Tell us about how you got put on to
touring.
Yeah, touring and what all these roles are.
Sure. I've been a singer-songwriter and a French horn geek when I was a kid, and I figured I would never sing for people, but I always wrote. So I was like, well, one day I'll just figure out someone to sing my stuff and I'll get paid. I figured I'd go to Full Sail, do audio engineering, and be like a Missy kind of thing. That's what I figured. And then after enough time years ago of trying to get people to sing it the way I write it, I just started singing it myself. I was like, I'll just do it. Like I could do it, but I'll just do it. And that's kind of how the career started. So none of this touring stuff happens without being a singer first, right? So I've spent 13 years of my life, from like 18, 19, performing in Colombia at this bar called Sonoma's. And that was where I started. So like my producer's house was across the street from Sonoma's. Where I stayed with my best friend was down the street. So I'd like get off work at Olive Garden or the daycare I worked at, walk up the street, go record, bounce it, take it across the street to Sonoma's, perform it, go back home, rinse and repeat. I think I did my first album me and Sonny did the first album in 2.5 weeks, pretty much in full, like period. So I've never been in a world where I was a cover girl first. I came out the gate with like an 1.5 hour set of my own stuff to start, like with a DJ or with a band or however. So my aunt used to tour. And my aunt recently retired from touring, probably, I don't know, let's say 2-3 years ago now. She went to Full Sail. She was an audio engineer. And you would think that she's the reason I got in, but she's not. I ironically had an aunt that toured with the Eagles up until the lead singer passed away. And most people think she's how I got in. She has nothing to do with it. She like a friend of hers needed an assistant in DC for a Neil Diamond gig. And that's how I got into touring. And it was doing VIP. And I worked for Live Nation for 10 years doing it. So what that is this. You go to a concert and you see there's like a VIP package that'll guarantee you a meet and greet, the front row seat. It comes with a party, drink tickets. You can buy merch before the public comes in and you get your seat, right? A lot of people buy them to guarantee the front row seat, second row seat, that kind of thing, right? Mm. And so I'm the host you'd see at the Janet Jackson tour, Unbreakable, Slipknot's last reunion tour, Kanye West St. Pablo tour, Chris Brown's party tour, Stone Sour and Korn's summer run that year, 2016, and a bunch of others in between that I've done off and on over the years. So I was the local hustler. So it was like when I didn't have a car or my car was broke and just around, okay, I could do Verizon Center because I refuse to call it Capital One. And I call it MCI Center till I die, but don't nobody want to hear me. So, and then it turned into, okay, well, I'll do this and I'll do Royal Farms. Okay, well now I'll do this and I'll go from Royal Farms to Jiffy Lube live. Okay, I have a car now and a place to crash. I'll do the Wells Fargo in Philly to Jiffy Lube. I'll do the Garden to Jiffy Lube. I'll do TD Gardens in Boston to Jiffy Lube. So then it would turn into tours on a VIP end, would just hire me because I do the whole East Coast leg because it's consistency. Right. I load the stuff in, I take it back out. I know where everything was. It's a comfortability thing. And word of mouth played into that. I did the one Neil Diamond gig. That boss emailed, and she was a trainer for people. So she emailed around and said, if you want a good employee in DC, Baltimore, go check out Ashley. By the way, it's Charity's niece. For the tour people that knew my aunt, right? And that's kind of how it started. Started really slow, started really like 3-4 gigs a year. Next year, it went to about 15. Next year, it got to 20 something. By the time 2015 came along, I had lung surgery the top of that year. I went back to singing with Greenspan 2 weeks after my lung surgery at Indie Fest with Kizzy B and Easy and Green and Kenton Dunst and all them. And then I got the offer for Janet. And that's how I ended up on the bus on the road on my first tour. So I'd been touring, working on tours for 6-7 years, and then got the real, we're going to put you on salary because it costs too much to keep cutting you checks. And basically they gave it to me because I did 77 gigs from January to August, no expenses paid from the Garden to Virginia. Yeah, you can't ignore me any longer. Like you can't. There is none. And really, hilarity is taking away an asset for the area for you. And I see that, still don't care. And that's how I got in. And then it just ran from there. So I was an assistant one time on Janet. You know, that was, and I have a Michael Jackson tattoo. So I am a Jackson fan. And so to work in her VIP museum, it wasn't a meet and greet. It was a museum of her stuff that she curated. Literally the House of Gary, the actual Rhythm Nation outfit, the actual Scream outfits, all the real awards. I even had her Mae West pink dress from the Jackson show where she like comes out shaking her hips at Michael with the little pink dress. Got that. Every photo of like her people's. So I just had to oversee this thing and pray no one touches it when they come in. She would come in as a mannequin. She'd get in between the mannequins and pose. And people would, and she's great about it because they learned from Charlie Chaplin as a kid. And so she knows how to hold her breath right and hold herself together. And she'll wait for people and then she'll go, boo. And then she'll take pictures.
That's probably from playing dead from when Papa Joe was on a rampage.
Pretty much. Joe ain't no joke. So that's how I got in. And then it just really kind of it just went full speed ahead. About 2017, after doing Chris Brown, Chris's camp offered me hospitality coordinator. And hospitality coordinator is the person that takes care of the catering for the crew, bus stock and after show for the crew and Chris. I take care of his dressing rooms for the openers and for him. Everything that's on the rider, I oversee the rider. Some things I change in the rider. I'm a water snoot, mandatorily. No Aquafina, no Dasani, no Nestle, and no what's the other terrible one? I can't think of it right now. I mean, like there's certain stuff I'm dead Nestle. Nestle. And I'm dead serious. So there's room to change the way people eat. There's room to, and I know everybody. I know who's the vegetarians. I know what beer you like. And that's my day.
So what's your favorite part of wearing all these hats, though? What's your favorite thing to do?
Wearing all these hats.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like spreading myself thin, but I do like multitasking. And I do like knowing that I can be an arsenal of help in some regard. I'd like to be the thought that I could help you if we're stuck in the woods camping. I got more than one skill to help you, like that kind of thing. And I think in the sake of relationships with women, these things play different. Like, it's like the thought that women are really just going to be wardrobe and assistants. And that's just not all of what it is. You know, I know women that are lighting directors, riggers, and all that kind of stuff. And for that kind of equality, I definitely enjoy it. So I've been hospitality coordinator for Big 3 and Chris Brown for the past 3 years at the same time. And then I got a tour manager gig for the first time last year.
So all these gigs probably allow you access to quite a few famous folks. What's the most I guess, like, what's the most memorable interaction you've had with someone, and what's the most like out of control interaction you've had with someone?
Okay, the out of control interaction. Let's see. Okay, so there's two. Okay, I'll make it fun for you guys. I'll tell them both, but I want to know which one you start. Do you want the Kanye or you want the Timberlake?
Let's go Timberlake first.
Okay. Timberlake was doing a whole big run on the 2020 tour, and I pretty much was helping do VIP stuff for that month, basically, in the East Coast area to New York. He wears suits. It's a suit and tie kind of vibe, right? If you looked up close, you realize Tom Ford made the suit, but the pants were like sweatpants. They were suit pants, sweatpant material, but you didn't know until he got really close. So one day I was walking through the hall, everyone's walking by. He's really pleasant, and I just kind of walked by, and I asked the security guard, I was like, excuse me, what's the thread count of his pocket? Like, what's the pocket? Like, what's the thread count of the pocket? He's like, what? I said, yeah, can you go in there and ask him what his pocket lining of his pocket is made of? You know, normally in suits, the inside lining stuff is something kind of fresh, so something. I want to know what it is. It's Tom Ford suit. I got to know, you know? And he's like, you're out of your mind. And I kept asking for weeks. I was dead serious. I want to know what that pocket line is made of. And one day he comes out of the room. He has a suit on. And he has like a thing in his pocket. And he was like, and he comes out. And he's like, were you asking about my pocket lining? I was like, yeah. And he's like, you're a weird cookie. I was like, yeah, but did you get the answer for me, though? And he goes like, puts his hands up, and he's like, okay, there's something in my pocket for you. Like, don't touch my dick, but like, there's something in my pocket for you. Okay. So I take it out, and there's like a t-shirt for me. And I was like, oh, it's so sweet. Thank you. And he goes, it's 400 count Chinese silk. Why the fuck would you want to know that? I said, because actually you and I know something that the rest of the world doesn't know anymore. Doesn't know at all. But you and I know what's in your pockets, and that's good for me. And I walked off. Yeah, so I know the random thing what his pocket lining is made of. I knew it was scary. It was like
they really from the area. This nigga ran through somebody's pockets backstage at the concert.
Wow.
Kanye was different because in the hallways, you know, when they lock down the hallways, so when the artist goes to their car after the show to jet out of here. And at this point in the tour, Kim had been robbed. Kim wasn't back out on the road with us. That kind of vibe. And and normally you're supposed to get into a room when someone's going on lockdown. And I'm finishing my work and I miss lockdown. Like, I hear it on the radio, but all the doors are shut and I can't get in anywhere, and they lock behind you. And I'm just in this hallway. And I end up in the loading dock where the car is. And I go, and his personal security guard's a dear friend of mine who I would live on the bus with. And so I like go against the wall and like this, like to like, I'm like, you know, they're like, to like almost like Mystique, like, please let me soak into the brick and camouflage. And he comes out and he says to my friend, he's like, why is she doing that? There's no one in here but me and the car. He's like, why is she doing that? He's like, well, she missed lockdown, and you know, you're not supposed to look at artists, and you know, that's kind of the rules. Like, don't look at you, that kind of thing. And I'm just like looking away, you know. And he's like, Can you tell her she doesn't have to do that? And he's like, and he's so close to me, I can hear him. And I was like, I can hear you. It's fine, don't fire me. It's fine. And he's like, you're not going to get fired, but as a woman, don't look at your feet. I was like, I'm not. I'm looking at the rims on the car. Don't fire me. You know? And that's my weird occurrence of being locked down somewhere with Kanye. Now, the normal is Janet Jackson. I've never thought in my life. She's a sweatpants, sneaker kind of chick. She's very chill, very normal. And when we had our end of the year party, she kind of rented out, like, we had come back from, did we do it in Japan? No, we did it in Chicago before going to Japan. She rented out like a Dave and Buster's and rented out the whole thing for the crew. And then gave everybody like $300, $400 cards. Now, mind you, at the time she was married to that billionaire guy, and he was on tour with us. Sweatpants, t-shirts, smells like great credit and gold bullions. Normal as hell.
That's nobody in here.
Nobody, like none of us sniffed the kind of money this man is worth. I mean, they had an oil rig, I think, built in his honor when he was born, and then he cashes it in at 18. That's their family's kind of thing in Qatar. And so when they did this whole shut it down for the party thing, I don't think I thought she was going to come hang out. You know, I wasn't thinking she was going to come get her card, go sit next to me at a race car game and be like, you want to play? Gonna beat you. I'm just like, and honestly, the first day at work when I got all of her clothes and they were like, put them on the mannequins and I saw all the signs, I threw up in the bathroom. First day at work. I was like, I have to go. And I just puked and I just cried my eyes out because I was so excited. I was just like, you don't think you're going to get the things you want off your bucket list this way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Important thing because I'm a fan, so I know why these fans are crying and I know why these fans are mad about their tickets. I get it, and I get it at the Kanye show and I get it at the Slipknot show, and that's how that worked out. And I was a tour manager last year for a newer artist named Dominic Fike, and he took me to Australia. He was his first tour ever. He had never toured, so I met him at Made in America last year. That was his. He literally side stage was like, "This is my 5th show ever." I was like, "Ever?"
He threw up, didn't he? No,
he didn't throw up. He was nervous, but he didn't throw up. But the New York Times were shooting us. So everybody was kind of on it with it. And that's how I started as a tour manager last year at the festival that fired me first. So coming back as a tour manager, demanding all of the champagne was very, very gratifying.
I bet. Let me ask you, man, you were telling us about Nardwuar. Tell a Nardwuar story.
Oh man, Nardwuar. Yeah, I met Nardwuar at the Kanye show while him trying to attempt to interview Kanye. Yeah,
that was like
right. You hear how like it's just so. And I dream of being interviewed by Nardwuar. That is like the last few things on my bucket list.
You being interviewed by Nardwuar is the Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Right.
So yeah, we were in Vancouver, and I kept saying it. I was like, "We're in Vancouver. Nardwuar's going to show. It's his city, and we're at the venue. It's raining. He had just had a heart attack, and I see him outside the loading dock in the rain with no umbrella, waiting for someone to talk to him. And none of these tour people know who he is. I can't believe it. I'm on the glass like Nardwuar's out in the rain, and you fuckers won't have.
I'm sorry. Did you say you put it on the glass for Nardwuar?
Put him on the glass. I did. I'll post the button. It's fine. And I came out, had an umbrella. I brought water. Do you need anything? I know you've been sick. How are you? And he's like, "Oh, so nice to meet you. Do you think you could help me maybe get an interview with Kanye?" You're asking me to do it? It's me? You want me to pull the trigger? This is more important than my job. And I go running in and talk to his manager. And he's just like, "No, Drake's been calling for weeks about this. I'm not doing it. Absolutely not. No. We're not part of that. We're not talking about Kim. We're not doing whatever." Like, he's not going to talk about Kim.
Right.
It's the one person who will never talk about Kim. He's going to talk about Mike Dean before Kim. Come on. You are literally stunting an entire culture that is. The Questlove one was one thing for people, like to get that. But this is a whole other thing. So it was a no, but he still stayed outside. And he goes, "Well, can I do the interview for you?" Yeah. So I have photo in order what the Kanye Nardwuar interview was supposed to be. I have all of it in detail in the stuff that he found of his early works. I mean, early vinyl works with like a teeny little, all of that stuff is gifts he probably really would have wanted.
Right.
But that's
he stroked his ego, I think.
I think so too. And I think the climate of what we were dealing with at the time, it was all over the place. He was kind of talking about Jay on stage and Beyonce, the stuff happened with Kim, all over at once. And I talked to Mike Dean and was like, "Mike Nardwuar's out here and he has stuff for you too," because he did. And so Mike Dean did the interview. So when you see Nardwuar's Mike Dean interview, that's the day and the space when it should have been Kanye's. And I am the only person who has the proof.
So is he really like that? Is he like really like
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Hi,
I
really?
thought it was like once he was off the air, it was different. No.
You thought he was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and he hit me. Let me hit the doot, which is like
Dude, dude, dude,
doot.
Yo, the all-time best one.
It was my favorite.
Yo, the all-time best one was Ice-T when he ended the interview with doot, bang bang.
He did. So one of these days I actually will post the story of meeting Nardwuar. It just sits in my phone. It's like it's a weird thing that I'm very happy that's a memory of mine.
Yes.
So word on the street is you may or may have done some work with the president-elect. What is the skinny or not so skinny?
I had the extreme fortune of having some friends from a production camp. They were building basically a space for the Bidens to talk via COVID from Delaware. Not I have to always go to DC, that kind of thing. And they took over a theater in their area, like our equivalent of like a Ram's Head 930 Club, and just like took it over, and just his COVID plan conversations, the periodic stuff, satellite interviews, they set that up. And so someone needed a production assistant, and I'm home. I haven't worked all year. I just want to help. You know what I mean? I'm helpful. So when he called, he was just kind of like, I don't know, how these things are going to work. I don't want to insult you with rate. I know what times we're in and whatever. And I said, and this is the way I think, because I'm an experiential person. I was like, okay, so you mean to tell me, you guys, somebody's about to figure out how to do an indoor event, load it in and set it up in a theater in the middle of a pandemic, 9 months after us not having anything indoors, and trying to figure out how we're not going to get the highest asset in the country sick at the same time. Yeah, I want to see you do it. I would like to see you do it. And that's how I got in. Yeah, I want to see this happen. And the other side of it is because if we're going to talk about touring protocols, what theaters, what coming back to touring, what coming back to shows might look like, yeah, I want to see first dibs.
Right.
And I'm glad that and thank you for having it be a person of color, because finally someone can tell these tours of color what's what. Because otherwise, how else would we know?
Right.
So it was worth it in all of those regards. Nothing went wrong. The other administration got sick while we were in the midst of this. Like, we had been active for a month and some change, and then he got sick. We were just like, okay, well, we got to ramp up ours, but at least we weren't off the ball. COVID compliance officers on site, cleaning stations, testing sites, the whole nine. It was beautiful to see it, because it gives you a little hope in a world where 12 million people don't have a job. At least I could tell you something to ponder on, because I've been doing interviews on my podcast on YouTube with tour professionals from the beginning of this, at the start of this. And the conversation's always the same. It's the little stuff. Ashley, what are we going to do? Oh, HA, not AH, HA.
Oh, okay.
What are we going to do? You're fine. What are we going to do about like showers after the show?
Right.
How are we where do we put the towels? How are we going to clean these showers between each other? The bus, the keypads, the handles, the switches, Instagram, individual bags of food and things. Like the conversation we have to have is going to be greatly different. And I kind of figured it out at like the headquarters, not 2 E's, 1 E.
Okay.
This is trash.
So
when I hear the word "the," I always put that extra E on it. Really quick though, you mentioned the COVID and the pandemic and whatnot, and you've been all around the country and all around the earth. What's this at home period been like for you?
I see the good parts of it. I can find the silver lining about it. But I don't think touring is an environment that never ends. We will build you a show in the middle of a tornado, a hurricane, an earthquake. We got lightning, give it 30 minutes, the show starts back up. So we're in a pretty invincible, ego-driven space for that. Our job goes nowhere. And then it did. So to the vets that have been in the game 30, 40 years, they've never crossed this path. To the college graduates who are trying to come in the game and get advice from a bunch of us that are 10, 15, 20 years in, we don't know what to tell you because we've never seen this either. And to the people that are, 10, 15 years into their career, moving up the ladder, The ladder is stopped. It's just gone. So I was very realistic from the beginning. Extremely realistic. I refuse to lie to myself. And people might think I'm negative. I like to call myself realistic. But, you know, there's the relationship in March where it's, oh, you know, we'll be back in July. No, that's not how this works. May comes along. We're definitely going to be back in the swing of things by September. Yo, you all need to be doing certifications for stuff. You need to be, now's the time to use edX and learn something new. I'm not saying leave your craft. I'm saying hone your craft. All of these softwares have new updates. Half of these equipments that are being put out, you got time to read and research in the space that we don't have time to learn our craft. Like, let's use audio, for example. They don't get a chance to read the manuals on them consoles, but now you do, to come back and really be versed. Because the weak are about to weed themselves out. My sympathy is to the ones who obviously that have to work, make some money, and can't hold on. That's where my heart breaks. You're talking about a bunch of people who figured out how to live their dream. And now you've got a bunch of people at them saying, go do something else. It doesn't fucking work like that at all. And when you sleep settled and knowing what you're going to do tomorrow when you wake up makes you happy, even if it's stressful, a lot of these things are hard. I mean, think about it. Touring people are normally, in the bigger picture, are normally on the road, maybe 8-9 months out of the year. And I'm just giving a minimum. A couple of my friends hadn't been home in so long. They don't know their kids. That's literally what my homeboy said. He's like, I just met my kids. They're like 6 and 8, you know? And a couple people really haven't lived with their partner, actually. There's other people who've been in this game so long that are excited. It's like a retirement for them. They get to enjoy their home. They get to enjoy the money they've made. They get to see their dogs, that kind of stuff. And then there's the others that are absolutely restless. And all they know and made their self-worth attached to is their job.
Right.
And that's, and you know, my heart goes out to it because it's a lot that people are talking about. And because our job is touchy, it's tactile, we're physically doing something. A lot of people are home. I can't touch a console. I can't fix a light. So no, my purpose of entertaining myself isn't here. One of my good friends reminded me, he was like, I really like these interviews because it's the only other faces I see all day. I never thought about it like that. To the single people that are alone in this. You don't think about that. Your bops are around the country somewhere because you've been hoeing in area codes and you're stuck, you know?
Yeah. So you mentioned like the using some of this time to kind of hone your crafts. I noticed that with your YouTube, you jump back in with both feet, and you could notice almost like each episode that you were doing, and this I believe was maybe April.
Yeah.
And you could notice like with every video release, you were like, oh, I learned this today. And you saw it kind of coming along. So how was that process for you with I
loved it. I mean, I went to Full Sail under the guise of music supervision. So music supervision has always been an interest of mine. Therefore, editing, I should try to learn. And so it forced me to be here because my whole life has been spent making mixtapes for friends. I'm the friend, what are you listening to this month? And every month it has been different. My friends have thick ass stacks of CDs to this day of just shit because I listen to more stuff. That I'm a walking Shazam. So when Shazam was created, my life was easier, you know? So for that, it was like, well, all right, I interview and talk to friends about a lot of stuff. I listen to a lot of music. If I'm going to be in this house and I don't want my phone to ring like this, let's make it onto a channel where you can get all the answers from me and I don't have to keep repeating myself. But I kind of burned myself out. I ended up doing like 30 episodes in a month. It's like was crazy for once I sat back and thought about it. And then the pandemic really did pull my motivation away. And I just got pulled. And I had to mull through that because the depression thing was going to happen. I'm not a homebody. I haven't been home this long. Laura looks different. Everything's different, you know, in a lot of ways. So I intend to bring it back because there's episodes that I still need to edit of the interviews. And there's so much music that's come out that I haven't paid attention to. But what I did like was like the test drive. Like I randomly did one on West Side Gun. He's my chic luch of the clique and I like it. That's right. Just saying. But the ghost face in me loves all of your do magic. And you, yeah, that's right. That's right. If he's a chic luch, who's the other two? We'll get to that in a minute.
Well,
okay. I mean, we're here now. Hey, we're here now. Actually, let's go. I don't think that the locks is a good comparison to.
And I know, and they're not a good comparison. But no. The reason I use them in the comparison,
I think the locks is a perfect comparison. But
I don't think so.
But it's because I feel like, okay, let's look at it this way. I ignored Benny in comparison to my affinity for Conway the Machine, and my cocaine culture love for that, which is where Westside comes in. That's like he fed the thing I automatically like, right? So I'm just gonna like you. But Benny in the interviews, and I saw them at Soundstage before the pandemic, and was ignorantly on some do every fucking 5 minutes. I was ignorant with it, but
cussing the crowd out because he can't smoke on stage with the wrestling in the background. We would
yo. And then everybody around me was smoking. Wasn't nobody sharing. I was pissed. I was mad. But I say that to say that no one wants to have the conversation of who's the Jadakiss. And that's why I put Westside in the Chic conversation, because you're not gonna have that conversation about him.
Conway is definitely the Jadakiss. Conway is definitely the Jadakiss, and Benny is definitely the Ghost.
I don't like that comparison. I would rather compare them.
I'm with you.
I would rather compare them to maybe Ray Ghost and Meth than I would want to compare them to the Locks. And I'll say why. I would say that Ghost is Westside because they like hella like.
That's you're blanketing that out of tone.
Eclectic. I'm talking about just eclectic style and shit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I would say that Con is Ray, like, you know what I'm saying, like just real, like it's more like I'm a grimy street nigga, and then Benny is Meth because Benny is like it's the charisma and all of that type of shit. So I don't know. I think it's a better comparison.
Okay, I can see where you work with that. Okay. I'm gonna share that with some friends and see how they feel about that one. They might align with you on that.
So this is a conversation that myself, Brother Math, and Brother Cal, shout out to Black Wrestling Podcast, already had. And the difference between to us, and tell me if I'm wrong, Brother Math. The consensus was really the only major difference between the two was that the Locks never had a mastermind like a Westside Gun.
Okay, fair enough. I'll walk with that because sometimes I forget the label part of this is him, the fashion part of this is
listen.
The A&R.
Yeah, it's just curation. He curates their merch, all their rollouts, the way the projects come together. He does everything.
I love their timing.
Executive production.
You know when Talladega Nights, what do they call it? Do they call it the shake and bake? You know, like where he takes the car, he brings the car closer, and then like shoots him out. I feel like Conway and Westside have been doing that all year and last year. Benny, I think like this album of Benny's. That's why I say that.
But Benny's had an album in contention for album of the year the last 3 years.
And I have in the last two, I was so not paying attention to because I was so wrapped up in Westside. First off, I loved Hermes. Where's Hermes? You know, Hitler Wears Hermes.
Hitler Wears Hermes.
But the very next album after it, oh yeah, Claiborne Kick and $500 ounces and
is that Supreme Blind Tell?
No, Pray for
I'll Pray for Paris.
Paris.
That's a great album.
It was a great album. So for that, I was like, I feel like everyone's faith is in Benny. Like for what you see, the interviews and the people that really talk about it, I feel like everyone's team Benny. And I find that funny, but I get it. And Conway at the show, I loved him because Conway was like, let's all take a deep clarifying breath. You know, like I'm so happy with the energy we're having, and I was like, son of a.
So so let me tell you about our Conway experiences really quickly. So we get there, he hasn't slept, he hasn't had any grass. He's a little standoffish.
That was your experience, not mine.
That was my experience. He was like, "Yo, when we gonna do the interview?" And it's like, we're setting up. we go get it in. And then somebody passed him a bogey, and he hit the blunt, and he was a whole nother nigga.
Yeah,
like, he was like, hey man, let me get some of that Hennessy. Like, all right, cool, boom. You know what I mean? Like it was a great interview. It was a great interview.
You're muted.
Brother Math, we don't hear you at all, sir. He already got it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. No, but the reason I even brought Westside up is because I did an album review on Pray for Paris, and he liked it. I immediately put it on Instagram. But that's the proof of the pandemic. Is everyone sitting at home. So what I've been trying to impress upon people is if you think for 2 seconds that you know how to network, you're wasting this pandemic. Everybody is sitting at home with their phone, dying to get a DM or email and actually answer it. everybody is doing it. A lot of my friends have been shooting crazy shots and getting responses. So I feel like
for the last 6 months, she ain't responded yet.
who?
Cool.
Halle Berry.
Oh, she's with Ben Hunt now.
The singer?
Yeah.
I could. Yo, she love her. She love a HUR singer, yo. And HUR singer.
Y'all said a HUR singer.
Take your shoes off. She's his.
But yeah,
Van Hunt.
I love
Yo, Van Hunt was always one of them niggas that was like a little bit like a little bit of Bilal,
he's very pre-Arrested Development, but never got in. He's the songwriter for most people, but never wanted to be a part. You know what I'm saying? Like Van Hunt's just like a private little delicacy in the background.
Big trash, but not really trash.
No.
It was trash.
So, yeah. So the Ashley Alexander TV, like at the Ashley Alexander channel, yeah, obviously we'll have more things to come, but I'm excited. My Fiona Apple one and my West Side Gun one got a strange amount of traction I didn't expect.
I thought they were in there together. I was like, holy shit.
That would be dope.
That's my dream.
Yo, so transitioning into the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we actually have a podcast to finish.
We haven't been podcasting for an hour and a half.
I transcend time. You all don't believe me. No one believes me.
I believe you, actually.
Thank you. I make the time go by.
So we've been talking about quite a few artists, and that's gonna take us into this week's Who Won the Record. Who won the record this week? Outstanding.
Yo, it's 50 niggas, yo.
I did not listen to the record.
It's 50 niggas, yo. Sheik won.
I legitimately asked niggas.
Sheik won.
So
Wednesday.
Yo, listen, I was
Wednesday.
It's 50 niggas.
Rivers.
I had to go get flowers and shit. I was trying to do this whole little thing. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Nigga got more excuse than a nigga in jail. Nah, I didn't do it. Nah, see, my mother
I had shit to do, man.
You know what I mean? The
It's
kid had a
50
fever.
niggas on the record.
I would have listened.
This shit 20 minutes.
I mean, but look at it this way.
Almost 20 minutes, yes.
Look at it this way. Was the point of it, like, I want to know what the order of this was, because I feel like when people do stuff like that, they try to put all the heavy hitters at the end and make you watch the whole thing, right? They did Raekwon, like.
They did not. They did not do that, which was weird because when it started, you saw him, like, I think he saved Royce. Other than saving Royce, like, past, like, I want to say 25 or 30, you started to get Sauce Money and McGruff and Grandmaster Caz and Melly Mel, and like it was a lot of interesting niggas on here.
These niggas out don't like, yo, it's too much.
It's way too much.
It's too much.
Way too much.
So the niggas that I didn't care for personally, Bleak rapped on here, and I never liked Bleak.
Hey! Watch it, Bleak.
No, I
How
never
you don't like Bleak, yo?
Hey,
come on, man.
How long? Hold on. How long have you known me? Have you ever heard? I like Bleak one time, and that's when I thought he was gonna get killed on the record with Mos and Jean Grey, and he didn't. He didn't.
But that's not even like.
And Bleak's entertaining. Like, what you don't like about Bleak?
It's not even
kind of like asking a nigga why he don't like broccoli. I just don't.
My soft spot from Bleak comes from like in the situation of when it came to Rockefeller stuff. I really was a Beanie fan. I kind of like, I liked Jay, but I just wasn't on the train like a lot of folks were. I liked Reasonable Doubt, and then I just kind of was skipping shit until something gravitated. But I've always liked his personality, and I've always kind of liked where he stood it, because for me, I wasn't looking for Jay out of you, so I was cool with it. But he is one of the first celebrity friends I made, and I favorite guy. Absolute favorite.
How could you not like Bleak? What did he do to make you not like him?
Actually, it's funny, but you look at the niggas he stood next to early, everybody was better.
Everybody was, and you're right. You know what? I feel the way you feel is how I feel about Drag On. I feel the way you feel about Drag On. You're damn right.
Speaking of Drag On, I hated Papoose on this record. They like cousins or something. Nah, I usually like Papoose.
Why?
I don't know. Papoose is. I don't like Papoose as a rapper.
Papoose can rap, but that's it.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
And he's not, and like I said, he's not even a mixtape king in my mind. I'm very my mixtape.
Yeah, he
king
never whatever Papoose was supposed to be, he never actually became.
No. I feel like the last great thing was the Touch It remix. It's about as good as we're gonna get, and that's only because of the fingers with the tattoo. That was it. That was all you gave. I feel like sometimes maybe Papoose thought he was gonna be the Big L. Like I feel like he thought that was gonna he was gonna fill that hole.
Yeah. Wow.
Papoose and Saigon the same nigga to me.
I was about to say that, Diz.
Whoa.
Saigon's got a better voice.
Saigon shout out second. That never happened. Yo, whoa.
Somebody else said something about Saigon?
Yo, it's just you never hear. It's like talking about Remy Shan. When you hear it, you just got to acknowledge it. Like
Remy
Shan crazy.
Is wild. Right. I thought about wow.
You got when you hear it said, it's like the sound. It's a trigger word. Like
that's pretty good. Like, I wonder where he works now. I also hated E40 and Uncle Murder on the record, and that's because I always hate E40 and Uncle Murder, always.
Oh, Lenny, I like Lenny, man.
I could take Leave Dave East. I don't understand what we were pulling for. Like, what was the goal? Were we getting niggas from the same borough? Were we just?
No, they went everywhere.
Okay. You knew when you saw K Slay, this was gonna be a bunch of bullshit.
Well, I was telling you the second that it's the second we talked, I've never liked K Slay, and ever. I've never. And with that, I never liked Luma D. So it all came together. No K Slay, no K Slay affiliates, no.
So it's funny. So McGruff popping up was a surprise for me. Also,
time out. Was Luma D the first? What does Questlove call them? Whisper, non-racial whisper singers.
Yes,
racially ambiguous whispering broads.
Yes, racially ambiguous whispering
broads. She was the first.
No. Nina Sky's right before her, so
they're not the same people.
No, that's a set of twins.
Stop it. They were at the same time. They were like at the same time, right?
around the same era. Yeah.
Yo, Sauce Money pops up on this. If you watch the video version, Sauce Money like 450 now.
Yes, he's always been a big nigga.
Nah, but he like pun. Like
he's always been a big nigga.
I mean, but
when he was Duck Sauce and all that, that was
why you think his name was Duck Sauce? Nigga, he like egg rolls.
This nigga said he like egg rolls.
Facts.
Yeah, fried egg wraps and cabbage. Yeah,
the niggas that I thought did amazing on this record, Loaded Lux, Royce the 5'9", RJ Payne killed it. Ghostface was good, Bumby was good, Benny was Benny. 3D Nati was dope. Joel Ortiz was Joel Ortiz. He killed it.
One.
I love Billy Daniels. Hold on. I love Billy Daniels on this record. This is the first time I can remember seeing gray beard Billy Daniels out here. But Little Fame won this record. His verse is amazing, and he put the buck ups in it.
Yo, it's too long. The winner is the nigga who cut it off first. That's the winner, my nigga.
Yo, whoever had to mix that poor individual.
This is absurd.
It's so much. And that song puts in perspective my whining about how long J. Cole albums are. I take some things back.
Shit's just longer than 5 records with J. Cole is too much.
That's fucked up.
Just a fact.
But what is K-Slade doing with himself now? Is he DJing somewhere? I just feel like him and Funkmaster Flex and who's the one that got caught with tranny? But was honest with himself.
All them niggas are XM. All them niggas on Sirius XM.
I love Sirius XM. Yo,
the finisher. Shout out to the finisher, Mr. C.
Yo, let me tell you, nobody was happier than this son bitch. Look, I ain't mad at nobody's MO, and I'm the last one to judge, yo. But I was here that he came up front with it. Eddie Murphy ain't never gonna do it. So thank you, Mr. C. Thank you.
Buck.
We love you, Eddie. We love you. Eddie like me.
Shout out to Arsenio Hall. Probably because he won't make fun of himself. And you know what you got to get past to make fun of yourself? Getting pulled over with a tranny in the park in the passenger seat on Sunset.
Hey, rest
That was
in peace.
Johnny Gill.
Rest in peace to that tranny, by the way.
Rest in peace to that tranny.
That wasn't Johnny Gill.
No.
Wow.
Tranny.
That nigga tried to rub it the right way, huh?
Didn't Jaguar Wright say Tevin Campbell was selling butter on Sunset?
Yes.
Hey, yo, stop.
My.
But that's where you go. You go to Sunset. Like that's literally where you go. And actually most of the people where they really kind of walk around is in front of this recording studio my aunt used to work at. That's the only reason I even know any of this. I think she was in there. Like normally if you were there and stayed at night and you looked through the window, you'd see somebody getting arrested.
Eddie, you saw Eddie?
No.
Oh.
I did meet Suge Knight when I was 12 years old in there.
Out there?
The day he got out of prison. I
thought you meant out front.
No. I met Suge.
I'm about to say this show is getting real interesting. I'll listen to this one.
I met Suge. He got out of jail that day, and to this day, that's the first time I ever learned about negative energy. Like you feel it on someone, but you don't know how to explain it. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Absolutely petrified of him.
Scary.
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't because he was bigger. It's just you. I think in my mind when I saw him, my only thought was he killed Tupac. Like that's all I could correlate it as a kid to. That's all you think. And my aunt was there working at night, but she stayed. She's a booking manager, and she stayed the night through the session because the engineer was uncomfortable being in there alone.
Wow.
You know, the cameras are in her room, so she's like, "I'll stay." And so we were just in there watching. I was like, "That is the biggest, most scariest nigga I've ever seen." And that's my relationship to Sunset, trannies, and the rest. I told you, I got a lot of weird shit that happens to me. I promise you.
So
trannies and Suge Knight.
Wow. So early in the week, Ashley and I were kind of going back and forth a little bit online because of a post on social media this week that I believe from the good folks over at Genius. I think that's who posted that, right?
Yep. Okay, now wait. For you two, because you weren't, I don't know for Facebook friends enough for you to know. Fill in the blank. Ain't nobody dope as me.
Dressed so fresh and clean.
What'd you say?
Dressed so fresh, so clean.
What did you say, Matt?
Just so fresh, so clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's dressed.
It's
just.
It's dressed.
It's just.
It's dressed.
So
it's just.
So this week
it got heated. It got heated.
It's
week,
just.
The good folks from Genius posted the line with dressed and said that is the correct bar.
It's just.
But Big Boy,
Sir Lucius Left Foot came out and said, "No, pimp, it's just, nigga. I wrote them up."
Now let me tell you what the best part of this whole Facebook thing was. I don't know if you saw the comment, but my cousin pops up in it and she goes, "Ashley, I have the thought and hope that you can call somebody closer to Outkast to find this out for sure." And I thought, right, I can. Like that was the funny thing about it was like I could call somebody on the camp and get the right answer. And a bunch of you were like, "Well, why don't you Google it?" Like, no, that's not the point. It feels like dressed. Just makes no sense. You're dressed so fresh, so clean.
Right, that's what I always thought it was.
What is the answer?
I'm just is.
What you say? If Big Boy say
just.
Big Boy says just.
Yeah, that's what it is. But I always thought it was dressed.
I always thought it was dressed.
It's just, goddamn it.
Yeah, I'm just so fresh, so clean, baby.
I'm
just. Both make both make sense. But nobody talks like that. I'm dressed so fresh.
It's a lyric though, niggas.
But no one says I'm just so fresh, so clean.
Niggas say all kind of shit that's wrong. All the
I'm just saying, but it's rap lyrics can be what you want them to be for real, yo. You know you heard some wild shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah, just for verification.
Just so fresh.
Just so
fresh.
Oh,
bitch, we believe you, but the whole point is you can when you write, you know what I'm saying? It don't have to be how you talk.
It's the same thing like everyone says conversate, and I always say converse when they say it in a rap song. I just say it.
Converse.
So
whatever sounds slicker in the sentence for me works.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like my acceptance of just using words to use words comes from MF Doom. Period. It's cleverer and just like a bunch of other shit to make it fit. And I'm fine with it.
He has to though.
Eminem the same way?
No.
Not like Doom.
Well, I mean, but similar. Like Eminem will take chair and rhyme it with further. Yeah, I don't know.
He's one of those figure out how to use orange and like make something with orange. That's true.
Yeah. Orange pores.
I'm orange. Corn. Run.
Spaghetti.
So speaking of Outkast, last week there were the rumors. I guess it was a rumor unofficially. Swayze has said that we are quite possibly getting an Outkast Tribe versus.
Lacking.
So stupid. What are we fucking talking about? It's so deeply oil and vinegar. I don't even know how that makes sense. How did you even get to that? Okay, I've been watching all these verses. My pandemic have turned me into like a sportscaster, like ESPN with the shits. Ninth Wonder, Static Selector, and Just Blaze have gotten me through this pandemic every night after 10. And these verses, I don't do sports stats, but my stats are in this, and I'm competitive. I believe it's about the song you drop first and what you play next. It matters. It matters, and it matters more on what you play in response and what they play in response to that. And I stick to it. And for me, these verses have fucked up because they put the wrong songs next to each other.
Correct.
Also, some of these ones, it's like they couldn't get the combination right and it didn't make sense. Like RZA and Primo didn't make sense to me. I kind of get it, but I definitely don't.
I get it, but I would have rather seen Primo battle
anybody else.
Primo and Pete Rock would have been the best one, but
a sampler. Somebody to sample.
I love Primo and RZA together.
It was an entertaining time.
It was. I love watching it.
I would have liked Primo and Just Blaze because they both take samples and flip them so heavily.
Just Blaze.
The problem with Primo and Just Blaze is the time thing that we run into with other artists, where it was the large part of your catalog came at one part, 90s, and then it got lighter and lighter as years went on. When the other nigga got hot, and the audience would be too varied.
They are contemporaries as far as the time.
It's why Jada and Fab were so good.
Yeah, but I think the focus of it being about once we realized the game was the numbers game, and everyone really started focusing on how many millions show up and who's gonna break the previous one in that thing, I feel like it diluted the importance of this battle being a fucking battle. Like you've got to make it against somebody that I'm like, oh, that's nasty and worth it. Like I'm not a big Neo fan, but that John to Austin Neo one was worth it because it was songwriter versus songwriter. You can play Irreplaceable all you want. I'm about to play Be Without You from Aaliyah. And this fight is over.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to which speaking of this Outkast Tribe thing, I want to make it very clear. I feel like it's so deeply apples and oranges. I don't get how you put them together to even parallel their music. It's not like you're gonna play Bonita Applebum and like ATLians and they sonically. It's nothing.
I think
I don't get it.
I think they're looking at audiences at this point.
Right. Bonita Applebum and Hey Ya.
Because for New York niggas, right? Specifically for New York niggas, you at one point you were either, what was that release day? It was Tribe and Wu-Tang, right?
Oh, okay, right. That was a beautiful day in the 90s.
You were either, and that actually was just this past week. That anniversary of that release day. But it was kind of like that, and then it was written maybe and something else that came out.
It was Jake. Well, they might have been a couple days apart. Jay and it was written.
Yeah.
No, it was what's the
De La Soul.
De La, yes. That's crazy. It was the De La, and it was written, and a lot of niggas was like that way. And I feel like
the same click, but if you said De La versus Tribe, I would have been so much more excited.
Oh yeah, of course.
But that's not what it's about. So you're looking at it too much as a purist. This is not going back to the numbers thing. It's not about purists. It's about these niggas got hits and they're a group, and these niggas got hits and they're a group, and now we're gonna pit them against each other. That's what
I'm saying. Like, as Black people, we refuse to have context to shit. We're like deeply surface with so much it's bothersome. It's like, yo, we really will be taking whatever you fucking give. Fuck that. No, I don't want Patty with anybody else but Gladys. Don't try the shit. Like,
so is this the worst matchup then?
No.
What was the worst?
The 112 and
Ooh, that was rough.
I didn't watch that shit.
That shit was rough to watch. I
think Teddy Babyface
was the best one of them all. Energy, man, yo.
No, I love that one. I love Teddy and I love Teddy and Babyface.
I don't think they were good. I don't think they were good. I didn't like the matchup. I like their music, but I don't think that they are.
The matchup makes sense. The matchup makes so much sense to me because I was like, they both got Bobby that first album.
Yes.
They both got Johnny Gill that first kind of cycle.
And they were both popping during the New Jack Swing era.
Big popping.
I just think Babyface is so another lane.
But see, I think that was, but Babyface did those other records too. The high speed, steal a little bit from hip hop type records, and it was I think it was kind of the thing that Jada did to Fab, where
I didn't like that one that much.
If you went into your lane, and stayed there, your win is there. But what happened is you can't match, like Babyface can't match dance records with Teddy, and Teddy can't match slow jams with Babyface. So if you went toward your lane, it was whatever side. If you leaned into what your bag is, you win.
Well, we also found out Babyface pop Skittles and drink Kool-Aid and talk big shit.
Oh yeah, that nigga is a petty broad. Babyface is.
I'm surprised Babyface ain't got nails like that one long, really well manicured nail and shit. Hey, nigga, you know, nigga Teddy having little problems over there.
How lucky!
Oh my gosh, the king of shade.
But I'll be honest. Honestly, the one that I talk about the most and the one that I stuck to was like for the evolution of fixing the tech, the fixing of the sound, the getting the thing together. It all came together with Lil Jon and T-Pain. Like that one ended up right on all fronts. I think it landed right. We learned new stuff. I didn't know Lil Jon did a Capleton track. I was stunned. Yeah. You know, that one was worth it, and they were fun. They were drunk. It was chill.
If only I liked their music.
Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
That was the only problem for me is like, if I'm not in the club, it was like, that was one of the ones that reminded you that you was locked in the house when I was.
When the fuck are you in the club?
When their music was
okay, all right, peep game. We don't like Outkast, Tribe. Who do we want to see? Who do we want to see?
Against Outkast?
I mean, just period. Who do we want to see?
Okay, you know what I want? I've been bringing this up for some months now. I want the Great White Hope, and I want the Alchemist versus Static.
Ain't nobody gonna tune in for that shit.
Not only the purists. Only the purists.
That's it. Yeah. No, I want to hear that shit too.
I want to hear
it, but the question though. That was the question.
But you talk about 20,000 numbers on the verses, like 20K, 25.
They might not make the numbers game, but the lineup. Back to the lineup.
You would rather see that than, granted, you said the Great White Hope, but you would rather see that than Alchemist and Havoc.
That's what I wanted to see.
Havoc said he wouldn't do Alchemist because it's like family.
It's like
Havoc said he wouldn't battle Alchemist.
It's not. No. I'm talking about it. And like now, what I would have loved is I would love Mobb Deep, but I have no idea with who. Like to me, they're so themselves that I don't.
Mob and the Locks might be a good one.
I just that would be
that would be a slaughter.
You know who I would see? I would like to see Kendrick and Cole. Fuck it, because we never really got to see their
mix straight to sleep.
No, niggas will love Kendrick and Cole, yo.
Niggas is going straight to sleep, nigga.
And I think they're too young and they're too new. I think they appeal.
Gotta be old.
They've got catalog though. They both got catalog.
And thank you. I agree. On that head shake. I also think that Missy and Busta should go down, but music videos only.
That'd be tough.
Yes.
At this point, you're just battling Hype Williams and Little X.
Basically.
Because so maybe we need a video director first.
So
and Dave Myers.
I'm going with the West Coast Productions.
Outstanding. That's not bad, brother Diz. You asked the question, so who would you like to see?
Jay-Z and Nas.
That's not fair.
I would like to see
Nas lose.
I don't want to see Nas lose. I know Nas will lose. I know Nas will, but Jay-Z and Nas.
I'm trying to think what's been on my mind of like, oh, that'd be great if they did it or figured out how. Oh, this is the one. I've been on this one from the beginning. And the reason I don't say it much out loud is I don't want it taken because I want my 10%. But if it comes out from here, I'm getting my 10% from somewhere. I want Timberland versus Pharrell. One artist only.
Oh, shit.
So either your Timberlake catalogs
Jay.
Jay-Z catalogs. You can't really do a Beyonce. Y'all don't have that much with them. But I want Timberland versus Pharrell and one artist only. Put Señorita up against Future Sex Love Sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because if you step out of one artist only, I think Timberland's
gonna win that.
I mean, I'm sorry. If you
on
the solo, I'm not sure. But if you just open it up to any records, I think Pharrell washes everybody.
I think so too.
Pharrell. Well, can we give Chad his respect? God damn.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pharrell post Chad. Pharrell post
There's no such thing.
No, there is no such thing. There is no such thing. Chad is there. There is none of
come on now.
Chad. All right. You don't have Mork without Mindy, baby. You gotta have that.
I like all the niggas that call Andre 3000 the GOAT.
I'm not. We gonna have this conversation on this show, on this one today. Shit. Even though Big Boy is better, we're gonna have that conversation.
Big Boy has been better for albums.
Spicy.
Big Boy is better.
Big Boy. I've always see when niggas start talking to Andre 3 Stacks as one of the greats. I was like, where?
Big Boy is better.
Big Boy sonically, I would much rather listen to Big Boy than Andre, dog.
Wow, I learn new things about people every day, yo.
Now, I'm not saying Big Boy is better, but Big Boy has been better on Outkast albums as a whole.
So who's better?
Big Boy.
We heard your take, which was wrong.
Andre Patton.
So Andre is nicer.
Who's better?
I think Big Boy has the better catalog of songs.
That's not what I asked.
Better at what though?
Who's better?
Better at
Period.
If I have to listen, if I have to think of the parts of the Outkast songs that I know with my eyes closed, it's Big Boy.
Who's better?
Big B's.
It might actually be Big Boy.
Y'all niggas is bugging.
I'm just saying, dog. Aesthetically.
I'm like,
y'all niggas is bugging.
Yeah, it's one of those
situations. And I like Big Boy more.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going by who I fuck with more.
So like, I'm a huge Dungeon Family fan. So for me, I'm a Kilo Ali. I'm a Good and Bob. I'm Cool Breeze. I'm some other shit in the bigger picture.
The coolest cut at camp. Cool Breeze, the coolest cut at camp.
C stands for Cool Breeze.
Yo, you done threw up 2 gangs, my nigga.
I did. I gotta chill.
This nigga has thrown up everything today.
Right.
You must have drank last night. So the verses that we may be getting this week, allegedly
changed.
I'm not watching that. That's a murder.
I don't know. So we don't know because it was announced
this month
after T.I. It was supposed to be T.I. and Jeezy, right?
Mm-hmm. But what happened?
T.I. broke it.
And they both got albums out, so it makes sense.
Right. So then last night they came out with the official Verzuz website posted Jeezy and Gucci.
He said, "Let us Santa, nigga, about to kill somebody." Look. When I think of those two, I think of the beef. I think of fat.
Yes.
I think of kicking a bitch out the car. I'm thinking about shooting a nigga behind the school. This is a different.
I told you.
Are they gonna be in the same room?
They can't be. Can't be.
Hold. Before everybody gets excited, if you go to the Verzuz Twitter or IG, all traces of said battle have also been scrubbed from the internet.
But hold on. But that'd be a good one. Before there was a Jeezy T.I., it was a Jeezy Gucci Mane.
Right.
He said that Jeezy was like, yo, I need $1 million. So you mean to tell me he didn't get that $1 million?
That's the problem. So we don't know what we're getting as of this week. We don't know. Why are they taking down stuff and putting stuff?
The most important thing about this is the top that says a cultural celebration. That's
somebody gonna die.
Somebody's gonna die, nigga.
That's why I want to see 50 and Job, because I want to see some punches thrown, nigga.
But he doesn't. Y'all don't even have a catalog that counts. Drag on. Don't bring him up.
Stop it.
Ja doesn't have a what?
You heard me.
A catalog that counts.
I didn't hear you. It was Hebrew.
No discography that counts. Not I said the cat.
Are you talking about Ja? That was every time you changed the station, a Ja Rule song was on that Ja.
That shit don't count.
Yeah.
That don't count.
You mean the features or the
Do you like those songs?
No.
Loved them at the time.
When I cry, you cry.
Loved them. Loved them. At the time, those were great songs.
I love my life.
No, I ain't gonna bluff. Very Very Vici is a good album.
It's not.
It's the only one I listened to harder than
that album is good.
Shout out to the Seven Aurelius, wherever he may be.
It's not. The only song you gonna give me is my race against time. That's the only song you gonna give me.
Murdergram.
Crazy. What was the joint with? Is that Murdergram when he was talking to the mic real crazy?
Yes.
And smoking a cigarette.
Yes. Yeah.
That's hard.
Murdering. And then what?
Oh, can we get a break? We ain't really happy here.
That was a great album.
Hard.
Yo, I just want you all to know Ja Rule better appreciate the sugar y'all just gave him just now, because he don't.
Yo, Ja at one point was the hottest fucking act in hip hop. Why y'all doing this to Ja?
That doesn't mean he's good.
But in the verses, it doesn't matter if you're good. It just matters that you play hot records.
But what are we? But that's the point too. What are we looking for? It's almost like going to a Kanye show and you're looking for him to rant. What are you looking for in a 50 job battle? You're
That's it. Fight.
You're looking for the
50 gonna shit on this man for hours. It's just gonna be.
I would love it.
It'd be like a brand new Def Jam Vendetta, yo.
I would love it. I want to hear 50 Cent talking shit.
He might as well come out that bitch in a leather suit with the zipper man.
Into this week's Shooting the Five.
Hashtag ST5, hashtag Shoot the Five, at Wiz Buffy, at Wiz Buffy on Instagram, at Wiz Buffy on Twitter, at Wiz Buffy on everything. Wiz Buffy all buried in the backyard of your mother's flower garden where she's been planting her pot secretly, but she's blaming it on you, Jody. Are you growing weed in my garden, Jody?
Huh. All right, man. This week's Shooting the Five, we talked about the new console wars setting off this week.
2 hours ago.
Yeah, it absolutely was.
It's a long show.
Sorry, you guys.
No,
that's a great. It's been great conversation.
It's been great.
Let's bring more content to the table, baby.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again.
I'll make
this
it shorter,
week
I promise.
is top 5 video game characters. We have Sister Ashley in the house. You can set it off.
I thought about it. And I don't think I want it in any particular order because it kind of screws me up. And in that being said, please pardon the silly, stupid girl question I'm going to ask in the midst of it. I wasn't often to have video games like that, so I had a PlayStation, but the demo games, nigga wasn't getting the full package. You know what I'm saying? I had my Game Boy, whatever.
Double entendre.
Right. So, in no order, Mario.
Okay.
Mario.
He's one. That's one.
Sub-Zero.
Okay.
I like the finisher. I always like the look. Big fan.
Another double entendre.
Madden. Because it's a character.
Shit.
Okay.
Yo, remember you actually talk at the beginning of the game, Joe, when it was 16 Madden?
This is John Madden.
That's a terrible.
Welcome to John Madden football.
That's better.
Goldberg, because I liked his special thrust tackle football thing.
Yo, what's wrong? Yo, you've been home for months. You should have gotten some by now, yo.
This is the wrong games.
The things in the thrust.
Shout out to Goldberg special thrust.
Yeah,
I think it's a spear.
And I want to say Tony Hawk, but I feel like Crash Bandicoot comes to my heart. But I want to.
Okay. Those are 2 good ones.
Crash Bandicoot.
All right, Brother Diz, what you got?
No particular order. Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, Link is a boy.
Link is a boy.
Link is a boy.
Literally on my list, I have Link, not Zelda.
Right. Link, not Zelda.
Who's the one that's really a girl in the Smash Brothers? Who's the one that's really a girl?
Metroid. You're talking about Metroid.
Yes,
Samus.
Samus.
There we go.
Metroid is what, a planet? What is Metroid?
Metroid is
that little thing.
thing.
The little
The
alien
brain.
thing.
Okay, all right.
You talking about Mother Brain? That's different.
No, I thought Metroid was a brain.
Metroid was that little clear, it's like a jellyfish almost.
That was a brain on the inside, right?
It was just its insides.
Oh, all right.
But Samus. But no, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, and Ryu, who was actually on
a bitch.
Ryu was on a box of sex pills fucking Chun-Li. Have you seen those? The Ryus?
You don't go to the gas station?
It's gas station dick pills.
Please don't go inside.
There's actually, Google it when you get a chance. Ryu sex pills.
He got my whole list.
All right, well, go ahead.
I got in Diz's particular order. I got Ryu. I got Link. I got Sonic the Hedgehog. I had Alex the Kid.
That's a good one.
Whoa.
And
Who's
I had
Alex the Kid?
on Sega, on the first Sega and shit.
Master System.
And I got Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus. Well, Alex is what game?
Alex Kidd was Alex Kidd in Wonderland. Was the name of the game.
He had a big punch.
He was Sega's first. He was Sega's Mario.
Yeah.
Right,
you know what? I'm gonna go Bonk. Pardon me.
Bonk. Yep. Ciao Bonk. Was that Neo Geo?
That's TurboGrafx 16.
TurboGrafx 16. Okay.
Bonk's Adventure.
Yep. All right. So for me, I'm gonna go number 5. Jax from
Sons of Anarchy.
No, Jax Teller. No. Jax from Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then I guess I gotta go Balrog from Street Fighter.
Mike Tyson.
Who was really in Bison.
Bison.
It was really in Bison.
I'm gonna go at a tie for number 3, Jimmy and Bimmy Ling. Jimmy
Double
and
Dragon?
Bimmy Lee from Double Dragon.
It was Asian.
supposed to be Billy, but there was they didn't fix it, and it was supposed to be Jimmy and Billy Lee, but it was Jimmy and Bimmy that ended up on
Bimmy
the screen.
from Queens. Shout out to Bimmy.
A tie for number 2 is Drake from Nathan Drake from the Uncharted games, and Miles Morales from the new Spider-Man game.
I'm hearing great things about that new Spider-Man, man.
Yeah, my son beat it yesterday.
So for one, he's from Harlem.
That's right.
And which Miles Morales should have been drawn from Harlem. I don't understand why a Spanish black guy is not from Harlem and from Brooklyn. And 2, he's wearing some Adidas that's going to drop soon too.
Those Adidas are awful.
You don't like them?
So no. They're red with black stripes. They're terrible. I wish he would have wore the ones like he had on Enter the Spider-Verse. But number 1 for me, my favorite video game character of all time is Eddie Gordo, who wants the smoke.
Capoeira King.
Yes, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I don't button mash. I actually know his moves. So if niggas really want to smoke, holla at me, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ill Conscious. When you want that smoke, you come get it. And that's gonna take us into this week's Sports in the Buff.
Welcome to Sports. Welcome to This on Sports, aka Sports in the Buff, aka the not so skinny on sports, a stripped down version of our normal sports segment. Here are the headlines.
Okay.
Bud Crawford whooped somebody's ass. I don't even know who the fuck he beat. He just beat him.
Cal Brook.
I don't know. Tiger could win another Masters today.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think
he's out of the running.
Oh, fuck Tiger.
He's out of the running.
All right, well, okay. Where would you like to see Westbrook and Harden go? You see, they blowing up the Spurs. Not the Spurs. I'm sorry, the Rockets. They got rid of Daryl Morey. They got rid of what's the dude, the coach, that run?
No, he left.
He left. Mutual pardon. So, where would you like to see Westbrook go? Where would you like to see James Harden go? I like to see Harden in the Garden. Actually, I like to see Westbrook with the New York fans. They would love that nigga.
I would like to see Westbrook in Miami.
I was going to say I'd like to see Westbrook in Miami.
Yeah,
Westbrook in Miami with Jimmy, that'd be a problem. That'd be a problem.
It was a piece away this year, right?
And I don't know where I would like to see James Harden.
I see Westbrook.
His face
Westbrook.
is very confusing to me, and I can't stand the beard, so I don't really get in the heart and talk.
I would say Westbrook. I would like to see Westbrook in DC.
He's the proof. You need a beard to be fine. He's the proof.
His nigga teeth is fucked up.
A lot.
But you can't see him because it's big.
He looks like Urkel without his
He does. He looks like
Jaleel
White.
I've always been an observant person about the snaggle gum tooth folk. I just noticed them, and I think you don't floss it. They don't floss it. You ever thought you seen someone they don't floss it? It bothers me.
Shout out to the double row of teeth niggas. I know they watching. Shout out to y'all.
Row of teeth niggas.
Sharks mouth niggas.
In the sports, you saw Lewis Hamilton won for the 7th time in a row.
Who was that?
Yeah, right. Black people. You mean the black Formula One racer, the only one we have? Right. Okay. Right. So the black Formula One racer.
Triggered.
Auto racing is not sport.
That was last week. He won last week.
It's like if I'm riding a horse, that's not a sport. The horse is the athlete.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
The car is the athlete.
We're talking other Caucasian things black people do.
Shout out to Diz riding a horse.
Pause. That's sports in the buff. Fuck this.
Not here.
Hold on. We ain't gonna talk about the Steelers needing ref help and the 4th string quarterback to win last week. We weren't gonna talk about that.
No, we won.
Who's a Steelers fan in here? Oh! I didn't even see your hoodie. I'm sorry.
No, we won.
I don't.
Yeah, they needed ref help. They needed ref help and a 4th string quarterback to win last week. Shout out to them niggas.
They needed ref help to beat us. So, go Ravens.
There's a lot of Steelers fans out here, yo.
They're one of those teams, though. There are a bunch of like old men teams.
It's a bunch of niggas that like winning.
Jets, Bears.
Okay.
The Pat Riots. A lot of Pat Riot fans out here.
That's new, though.
Yeah, but
Shout out to the Steelers.
Think about it. They've been winning for 20 years. I don't know how new we'll say it is.
I don't know anybody who's been a Patriots fan for double-digit years.
I don't either.
I know a couple guys around the way that when they first started winning, they were Patriots fans.
Y'all don't know nobody that was like, yo, when Bledsoe was there, yo. Nah, I don't know them.
No,
I
wasn't.
My cousin Dennis, who was a Patriots fan early.
Huh.
No love for me from that. Like I said, my
Likewise.
boys, I don't talk about them. It's sad.
One more time?
Yeah, you heard it.
One more time. Say it one more time.
Oh, no. I don't mind.
He's a Cowboys fan too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is? I'm normally
This
alone.
nigga.
Hi.
Never.
I was an ignorant kid, yo.
We are
Alone in the loser section.
Yo, Primetime was my man, yo.
Prime was
God.
Primetime was a hired gun.
Y'all won.
Prom played for Prom is known for probably 2 teams. I
don't give a fuck what team he played for.
Prom was known for 3 teams. The
Atlanta,
Ravens,
Dallas, San Fran.
Yeah. How do y'all feel about this Jackson State thing he's doing?
I think it's dope. I think it's amazing. Because
aren't they already sanctioned?
Why? What do you do?
Something happened in recruitment. They already got like a sanction.
Really?
Prom back his old ways.
Hey, nigga. These niggas gonna have
an old jacket with a bag in it. Like,
nigga,
we back all the way there.
These niggas is going to have niggas that can't get no grades. They nigga that want to go to Alabama.
That's normal college.
No, but he gonna get them all.
He gonna get them all.
He gonna get them all.
If Deion Sanders shows up to your house for recruiting, it's over.
Lit. It's lit.
Over. Hey, look, I got the cocaine. Look, this Michael
Listen,
Irvin phone number right
Do
here.
you like white women? You like white women? Shit.
Fuck out of here.
No, I think it's amazing for a black college to be able to recruit like that, though. That is dope,
Yeah,
and it's important.
It is.
And congrats to your Steelers because he is reeling off of his win right now.
That's 8. That's 8 lined up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They are, and I said this last season about a different team. They are peaking too early. and will end up losing second round of the playoffs this year.
You sound like a nigga that lost last week, but it's all
You know
good.
what's crazy? They really should have lost to Dallas. They should have like they're not as good as advertised. Sorry.
How many losses your team got?
2.
Yeah, one of them came from us. You up there?
And one of us came from the best team in football. So
That was us.
I was talking about Kansas City.
Oh, we beat them too. Pardon me. Oh, all right.
Did they beat them?
Yes, we did.
I don't remember.
I mean, either. I don't think.
I know you don't.
You know,
Because we beat y'all too.
No. The refs beat us, baby. Don't even come on.
It sound good.
But
It's all
I will say one thing.
One thing.
Roethlisberger is tough as nails because we beat that nigga.
I don't know what game it was,
bad.
but I almost forgot he still played. And my home, she's a Steelers fan. She's playing, watching the game. I was like, yo, this nigga still plays. She's like, shh.
Yeah, I always loved her.
Yeah, because women know they better be quiet around Ben because he see you. It's like sharp.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
I am IlFam79 on your social media choice, aka Don Anderson Podcasting, aka Captain Broadband, Brew Diamond Phillips, Sticky the Dragon, Steamboat, Pod Champ Pod, God's favorite podcast, the Potty Pipe from here to podcast, Chew Bubblegum, and I'm all out of Dentine Nice and my tag team partner.
Before I get into myself, and I love getting into myself, where's Buffy.com? Where's Buffy.com? Where's Buffy.com? At Where's Buffy on Twitter, at Where's Buffy on Instagram, Where's Buffy on Facebook, Where's Buffy Facebook discussion group. I am Fatboy_Diz on all social media. Dizzy from Be More. Diz de Journal, the most finger wavy. This is not the journal. It's the penis. Johnny Cochran. If the glove don't fit, I will not hit. I'm not a normal nigga. I smoke cigars. I use rubbers. And sometimes I smack my girl when she sleep to let her know that don't dream about no other niggas. Cat a corner.
Christopher Williams head.
I know you
dreaming. 1-854 math at math Damon. Shout out to the Doolies. Zell, my nigga, shout out to you. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to all the rest of the motherfuckers who have no life and watch us every week.
Yeah, Doolitos.
The Doolitos.
All right, Sister Ashley, where can the folks get at you on social media?
You can find me on YouTube at Ashley Alexander TV. You can find me on Instagram at Bat Buddha, which is this special guy who rarely comes to interviews, but we have him today.
Thank you.
Donation.
All praises due to Bat Buddha.
And when I see you all next, I'll make sure to get the group photo of you guys with him because everybody deserves their photo. At Bad Buddha and at the Ashley Alexander, which will also take you back to my YouTube channel.
The gang. If I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang. You know what that means? Gang. Take the L out of lover. It's over, brother.